Alright. To Kamurocho do we go. Jeez. That was a hell of a fucking ending to that last one. Leaving already, Machan? You know, Zasan, you've been a better friend to me than I've ever been to you. Don't be ridiculous. You know that's not true. I'm just sorry the truth turned out to be so harsh. Your father murdered by another man on the force. I can barely believe it. You're telling me. Something about all this just doesn't sit well with me. How will your father's spirit ever find peace? I think he'll be just fine. Chief Isai, Suguichi-san, they were tired of being used by Munakata and Katsuragi all these years. The two of them spent their whole lives serving others. But their final moments, those were theirs. And theirs alone. They went out following their own brand of justice. Machan. Suguichi-san must have known telling me the truth of what happened 25 years ago was signing his own death warrant. But he did it anyway. And Chief Isai took his own life in order to spare you, me, and Meiwa. Explains what he said into the phone before he shot himself. Both of them will be dealt with. Yeah. Chief Isai told Munakata I was dead, so he stopped coming after me. He spared my life so I could do what's right. So I could do what he never could. You mean bring Munakata down? Exactly. But how are you gonna do that? Munakata's one of the most powerful men in one of the top police institutions in the world. Well, I don't think I'll be getting much help from my fellow officers, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Niao? Akiyama-san. Whew, this shit's really the proverbial fan, huh? You're telling me. Anyway, what's up? You wouldn't swing by here without a good reason. You know, sometimes it's depressing how sharp you are. What happened? District Attorney's goons showed up at my office. Started tearing the place apart at the seams. Not to mention, they chucked me out onto the street. Wait, they're investigating Sky Finance? On what grounds? They said they're looking into some kind of coercion. The exact terms eluded me at the moment. Anyway, the issue is my test. They said I'm forcing people to do stuff they don't want to do in exchange for money. Classic coercion case, I guess. It's like I can hear the words coming out of the DA's mouth himself. Anyway, I didn't know where else to turn, so thought I'd drop by here. Looks like I caught you at a bad time, though. Want me to come back later? No, your timing actually couldn't be better. Oh, yeah? Yeah. I need a hand with something, Akiyama-san. I need you to help me overthrow the police. Of course, I had to get decked out for Kamurocho.
見普通だが、どうやらいつものカムロ町って感じじゃないな。あんまり悠長にしている暇はなさそうだ。すぐにあんたのお兄さんを探そう。だがとりあえずその前にあんたに言っておきたいことがある。ちょっとついてきてくれ。
Where are you taking her? I wouldn't go to Sky Finance if you're trying to go to Serena right now. Oh, well then New Serena, I guess you could go there. Can't think of a better place to talk than New Serena. Yasuko-san, there's a bar near here that I would used to go to back in the day. We can catch our breath there for a bit. Okay, I'll follow your lead. I forget that Sky Finance is on the 2nd floor and New Serena is still on the 3rd floor of this whole building. What's this truck doing here? Someone moving? Moshi moshi.
いらっしゃい。桐生。
Dante! What?
久しぶりだな。
Huh? What's going on, Kiryu? You show up in a guy's bar and don't even drop him a line first? Sorry for not letting you know, Dante-san. I have some business in town. Work never ends for the X4 chairman, huh? You've got that right. Anyway, this is Yasuko Saejima. I'm here helping over the little something. It's nice to meet you. Oh, the pleasure's all mine. She's a knockout, Kiryu. How'd you end up bringing a girl like her back here, huh? Whatever you're thinking, I guarantee you've got the wrong idea. Let's leave it at that. By the way, where's Mama? Gone for the week. Family trouble, you know how it goes. And you're holding down the fort while she's gone? Yep. It's a real pain, what with the other work and all, but she insists we keep it open for the regulars. Lucky for us that she does. Now, Kiryu, what's this little something you need to take care of? Oh, right. You mind taking a seat, Yasuko-san? Please. I just need to ask you something before we head out to find your brother. Okay. So, what is it you want to ask me? Sorry if this is a blunt question, but why do you need to see your brother so bad? Bad enough to murder for it? Wait, you what? Kiryu-san, is this really the best place to? Don't worry about Date-san, he's an ex-detective. Yeah, but we can trust him. I promise. He'd never turn you in without hearing what you had to say first. Isn't that right, Date-san? Well, yeah. That's right. Now tell me the truth, Yasuko-san. Why would you go so far for your brother? Yasuko-san. Come on. It's because Taiga's everything to me. I owe him my life. What? I'm serious. If it weren't for him, I would have died years ago. Go on. Have you ever heard of a living donor kidney transplant? Oh yeah. You read about those things all the time. It's when they give you a kidney from one of your relatives, right? They say you only need one after all. Right, but the truth of it is, I'm the recipient of one of those living donor transplants. And your brother's the one who gave it to you? That's what you meant when you said you owe him your life. Yeah. Hold on. Getting a transplant like that from your sibling isn't all that uncommon. I'm not judging or anything, but do you really owe him that much just for a kidney? It's not that simple. Think you can explain? The kidney I got, it wasn't Taiga's. It wasn't a match. What? Different blood types? Well, yes, but what? Why couldn't you get the transplant from your brother? Yasuko-san. I think I get what's going on here. You and Taiga aren't actually siblings. Kiryu. He's right. Taiga is my stepfather's son from his prior marriage, while my mother had me before she and my stepfather ever even met. Then where'd you find a match? Since my mother had already passed, Taiga tracked down my biological father and begged him to donate his kidney to me. Saejima. Beyond the regular difficulty of finding a kidney donor, my blood type is extremely rare. A direct relative was my only hope of a match. Once Taiga learned that, he'd spent every waking moment of his life scouring the city until he found my father. He was only 15 years old at the time. Still just a kid, huh? I had honestly given up hope. Before my mother died, she told me my father was nothing more than an abusive drunk with no chance of ever changing. Based on what I knew, it seemed likely he was already dead. Even if he wasn't, I didn't want to live knowing I owed my life to such a horrible man. At the time, I would have rather died than continue on carrying a part of him inside me. But Taiga wouldn't take no for an answer. He said no matter what happened, he would take care of me. Then, he found your dad. Yeah. Well, where was he? In Kansai. He had started working for a YAKUZA organization called the Omi Alliance, handling the dirty jobs nobody else wanted to touch. Omi? That's right. Taiga went alone to Kansai, knowing full well that my father was a YAKUZA, but... let me guess. Tried to extort him? Exactly. YAKUZA through and through. My father demanded a massive sum of money in exchange for one of his kidneys. How much cash are we talking here? 30 million yen. 30 mil? That's a ton now, but it was a fortune back then. How was a kid ever supposed to get his hands on that kind of money? He wasn't. That was the point. Taiga didn't give up. He started fighting thugs in the streets of Kamurocho, trying to scrape together whatever funds he could. That would never work, not for cash like that. It didn't. Not until Sasai-san from the Tojo clan stepped in. He gave Taiga the 30 million under one condition. He joined the Sasai family. So that's how he ended up in the Tojo. All that time, Taiga never turned his back to me. Even when it seemed like all hope was lost, he supported me. He dropped out of high school, gave up on his dream of becoming a teacher, even joined the YAKUZA for me. So that's what you meant when you said you owe me your life. That's right. He's everything to me. Not only did Taiga literally save my life, but he gave me the will to keep on living. Yasuko-san.
兄が18人殺した犯人とか、そうじゃないとか、真犯人が別にいるとか、そんなのはどうでもいいんです。私にとってお兄ちゃんはお兄ちゃんだから。
あんたにはここで待っていてもらう。少しこの店で頭を冷やした方がいい。
え？あ？何言ってんだキリ。こんなに切実に会いたがってるってのに。
安子さん、もし冴島がすでに死んでいたとしたら、あんたどうするつもりだ？死ぬ気なんじゃないのか？え？
Oh. She's been thinking about that for a long hard time. Yasuko-san, you keep saying you owe Taiga your life. And I get it. We all rely on other people. It's hard to keep going without someone loving you, supporting you, pushing you onward. But in your case, Taiga became more than that. He's not just your support, he's your reason to keep living. I know life hasn't been easy for you. Losing your parents is one of the worst pains imaginable. And you had to bear that burden at a far younger age than most. But having a hard life doesn't excuse the way you've lived. Not that I have any right to talk. I've made my fair share of mistakes. I understand why you feel so strongly. But that emotion has led you to some bad decisions. It's not a stretch to say it's completely clouded your judgment. So, I need you to stay here while I go figure out where your brother is. It's for your own good. But, Kiryu, don't worry. I'll find him. I'll make sure you two are reunited. I promise. But for now, you just need to be patient, okay? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Yasuko-san. Take care of her for me, will you? Do you even have to ask? I'm glad Dante's still in the game, dude. I hope he sticks it out to the fucking very end, dude. He's fucking homie for life. And we got a new hideout, which is always a fucking good. Hell to the fuck yeah. Where the fuck am I gonna find Saejima, dude? Can I get a hint? Hold on a sec, Kiryu. What's wrong? There's something I need to tell you. Couldn't really say it in there. Does it involve Yasuko-san? You bet. She found out about this, she just ended up getting herself into more trouble. Well, what is it? Well, you only just got here, so you probably haven't noticed, but the whole town's kind of been on edge lately. Because of Saejima? Harshly, I'm sure. But there's more to it than that. Word on the street is Majima and Saejima linked up a few days ago. What? Yeah. And I hear Majima had his boys line the whole damn street to keep the cops off Saejima. Huh. So they've already met. Speaking of, Date-san, do you know where I can find Majima-san? I need to talk to him as soon as possible. Not just about Saejima. Majima-san might be able to tell me more about the connection between the top police brass, Jinju, and the Tojo clan. The police? What are you talking about? Sorry, but I can't say much more than that. Just know that people are gunning for the Tojo. And no matter what's going down, I need to hear Majima-san's side of the story. Alright. Last I heard, he's taking root up on the top floor of the Millennium Tower. Sergeant, there's your best bet. Right. Thanks, Date-san. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna go buy healing items. That's no longer the case now. Good. I'm glad you're doing well, man. What did he send you? Why is everyone gathering? Oh! What? Why are they arresting him?
Majima no Nisa.
Sure, you can send it to me on Discord if you want.
Majima no Nisa.
Kiryu-chan.
おい、どこへ行く？勝手に動くな。
何があったんだ。
うまいことはめられてしもた。これでしばらく身動きが取れん。
誰にやられた？
大悟や。
大悟?
堂島大悟や。
What?
大悟が。
おい、勝手に話すな。そこの君を下がりなさい。オウム執行妨害で逮捕するぞ。
急げや桐生ちゃん。全部の事件はつながっとる。
That's a lot of bullet points for one ability, dude.
100億の事件も安子ちゃんのやつもや。
なんだと。
Seems OP as shit.
このままやと俺らの登場会が潰されてまう。それに今は安子ちゃんが危ない。お前しかおらん。あとは頼んだで。
Majima, you can't go to jail, dude. You're like one of the best characters, man.